There was a debate competition that where I had participated, and I felt like I'm a good speaker, so I don't need to prepare for that. I still remember that, and it gives me goosebumps. When I went on the stage, I spoke 2 lines, and I could not remember anything. I went blank. That is the moment when I decided that just because you are a little good at something, it doesn't mean that you don't have to work on it.
What was the hobby or passion because of you decided to make this switch?
I have had multiple hobbies. I have ADHD, okay, and it's a typical personality of people like me. So the first hobby I had was dancing. Apart from that hobby, if I have to say that has been consistent till now, that is
Okay.
public speaking.
Hi guys, welcome to the Zero Point Five show. Today there is another episode which is going to very power packed discussions, and I have wonderful founder with me, Shivangi. Let's welcome Shivangi. Welcome to Zero Point Five show.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, I'm very glad you are here and the journey you have been so far. It's amazing, and we just like to understand more about your journey. Let's start with the thing that you earlier was in a coding background. वहाँ से then you switch to the somewhat non-linear background जहाँ पे branding, entrepreneurship. How did this switch happen?
Okay. So, like every other parent in India, my parents wanted me to be an engineer. Okay,
Oh.
that's why I got the engineering degree.
Right.
And the reason why I took engineering and computer science because I have been a little geeky student. I was good at studies, so there were expectations that I'll do good. Though it's not the best thing that I had chosen according to my parents because they wanted me to do the UPSC. Okay, so that's a different
Oh.
story. So I chose engineering, and and fortunately, it went really well for me.
Okay.
And I was the first one from my entire college to get placed. I had 8 offer letters when I left my college, so I joined the company that resonated with me the most. Now, when I went to the company, I'll tell you, I was really interested to join a company. I had so much of plans and all those things were there. But the day I entered to my first job,
Okay.
that was the day when a realization hit me that maybe this is not what I'm going to do the whole life. There is an instinct that you get, So
Right.
that was the gut feeling I got that this is not something I would like to do through, till the rest of my life. And to make it interesting, I stayed there for 2 years. I was doing all the coding and everything.
Right.
But I realized that most of my time I was spending in public speaking. That's a great organization. I joined Amdocs.
Okay.
People have been very supportive. Even within, we had 15,000 people in Amdocs.
Okay.
India only, and I was a fresher who was nothing, right? But still, I had access to head of Amdocs India as well. So I
Right.
was managing innovation programs, CSR, public speaking, and so many things. So I felt like if I'm doing all these things apart from my main job role that I'm enjoying so much, so why not make that my first? That why not change my passion to my
The
profession so that I
profession.
get paid doing what I enjoy doing. That's the reason why I tried to switch.
So this is a pretty awesome journey that you just started with something which is very typical thing to do.
Yeah.
और उसके बाद you shifted to some non-linear thing जहाँ पे बहुत सारा uncertainty है सब कुछ है. So now how does your normal day look like currently? Because it is a very different segment you earlier were and अभी काफी बदल चुका है.
Absolutely, absolutely. So when somebody asks me about my normal day,
Yeah.
I think that it is something nobody should follow. I'm not a good example for that
Okay.
because before coming here, I could not sleep. I could barely sleep for 1 to 2 hours, which is not healthy. But yeah, so that's a part of the life when I'm doing this. I
Right.
have my training consultancy. I am a content creator. I'm running my Swift Media where I have a team of 25 plus people. Then I'm launching SOA AI, meetings with my co-founders, investors, clients, everything. So that's why I don't have a very fixed structure. But usually when I in the morning I wake up, I try to spend some time with my parents. Luckily they are here. The good thing, I'm very lucky to have parents and family where I don't really have to worry about other things.
That's what.
The other after that, I wake up within half an hour. I just sit to work, and then I keep working as much as I can. Then I take a break of around an hour before 5 p.m. where I can play tennis or go to
Okay.
the gym. And then again, I'm on my desk working till late, and I sleep around 3 a.m. So that's my simple, boring life.
Yeah, that's not a simple boring life. I think you're doing multiple things at the same
Yeah.
time. You need to struggle with lot of things.
Right,
That's how.
right.
So let me take a little step back and ask you, what was the hobby or passion because of you decided to make this switch?
Okay. I think I'm a kind of person when somebody asks me about hobby, I have had multiple hobbies.
Okay.
I'm a typical, I would say, I'm not labeling it or something, but I have ADHD. Okay. And it's a typical personality of people like me. We love multiple things and we cannot stick to one.
Okay.
Okay. So the first hobby I had was dancing. I'm a certified, I have a degree in dance where and even in my college, I used to spend around 6 hours every single day dancing.
Oh.
I have done a lot of competitive things. Apart from that, hobby, if I have to say, that has been consistent till now, that is
Okay.
public speaking. I started public speaking when I was in class 6, 7. At that time, I used to compete at the district level competitions. My dad would come back from his office,
Right.
he would train me for that, and I started competing. And so far, that one skill has actually helped me get every single thing that I have in life right now.
Public speaking is such a amazing topic,
It's
or
really powerful.
really it's all about the communication we do with the people, and I
Right.
think that's only give us a power to present ourselves.
Correct.
So how do you started your public speaking? What was the first speech you started with, or what was the stage that got you there?
I have a very interesting story for
Yeah.
this. I always used to love talking.
Okay.
Okay. Then speaking and writing were two things that I started with my dad. My
Okay.
dad was a forest officer. He used to go to office, and when he would come back in the evening, he would spend his entire time with me.
Okay.
He used to just abhi to we have chat GPT and everything. That time we didn't even have Google, right? Phone chota sa hota tha. So what he used to do, he used to write a topic, and then he used to write all the subtopics
Okay.
and just one liners, and he would explain me what to write. And I remember, and I'm still amazed because I can barely write without ChatGPT right now. Sorry for this. We cannot think, right, without Googling
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
But
Perfect.
at that time, I started writing essays and smaller books of 5,000, 10,000 words easily, because my mind was trained like that. And when I started writing, I could speak as well in the same way,
Right.
right? The
Right.
good thing about my speech was I could speak. I was loud. I have always been loud. And people would be like, oh, you're too loud. You should just calm down a bit. Everybody used to be irritated.
Okay.
But later on, I worked on my voice modulation. Then there was a time in my school where I got overconfident about it. Okay. And there was a debate competition that where I had participated, and I felt like I'm a good speaker, so I don't need to prepare for that. I still remember that, and it gives me goosebumps. I went on the stage.
Okay.
I spoke 2 lines, and everybody was so proud. Okay, Shivangi is coming. Our school is going to win it. Okay. When I went on the stage, I spoke 2 lines, and I could not remember anything. I went blank.
So what was the reason?
I did not prepare. I was overconfident.
Okay.
Okay. I did not prepare at all. And I was thinking, like, yeah, I'm naturally good at it. That is the moment when I decided that if you just because you are a little good at something, it doesn't mean that you don't have to work on it.
Okay.
You still need to work on things. Okay. So that was the biggest humiliation I had. And then I really went back and started practicing these things. Then when I was in college, I started doing anchoring. I have done anchoring for conferences, events, all these things. Then I got some personality development, communication training, and then I started training my college faculties at that time for public speaking and
Yeah,
all these things.
that's good.
Then
This-
I moved, yes.
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
I
please.
moved to, then I started making videos on YouTube, on Instagram about these things. I saw that people are liking it. Then when I came to office, I had a desk job, but apart from doing the real work, which I was supposed to do as a data scientist, I was doing these public speaking activities, which got me all the opportunities there. So
that's
that has been my entire journey around this one public speaking skill, and I think it has helped a lot.
so you narrated your passion to the
Yeah.
journey very clearly right now. मतलब anyone who is listening उसको समझ आ जाएगा कि how to start with the
Correct.
public speaking. So this remind me of one powerful thought where we say ki always there are smart people in the room who try to make things quickly, but there are people who work hard
Right.
and make themselves smart.
Correct.
So I think what you said about public speaking is right on that track, that you have to get one word and start with a thinking, building a story around it, and then you get the complete public speaking right.
Correct.
That's a wonderful thing too. So now if I look at this, now you have realized what is your passion, and that's how you have generated your own brand. What was the idea behind starting or getting into brand?
Okay. So is it about personal brand or is it about my
So
company's
what
brand?
was started first? What was your idea to start first? It's a company. How you started? You think about a personal brand and then you get into the entrepreneurship as a complete different thing.
So apart from the real job that I was doing when I was
Yeah.
in the final year of my college,
Sure.
I easily like comparatively it was easy for me to crack interviews at that time, and I got multiple offer letters. That's when people suggested me to start speaking about it, how to
Okay.
crack interviews, and then I started making videos there.
Right.
I was just making it out of hobby even when I was in my job. Then the moment I decided to switch my career into speaking, communications, and these things, that's when I actually started taking it very seriously, and then I started doing it professionally. Otherwise always I was doing part-time this, part-time that, part-time that. And it was a very difficult decision because when I started creating content, I was doing content on dance and fitness and this, so I was unable to do justice with
Any
either
of
of
these.
them. Yeah. So in 2020 I asked myself what is something I would like to do that comes easy to me. This is how career is also chosen, it's
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
exact activity I ask everyone to do. You can have interest in 100 things,
Okay.
but do you feel like all those 100 things can be my career? No. Right.
Okay.
First question I asked myself was, do I see myself doing it for the next 60 years? For
Okay.
both of those topics, for dance,
Wonderful.
public speaking, answer was yes. Second thing, will I be able to do it for 12 hours a day?
Oh.
For dance, it was a clear no. For this one, yes. Third thing, is it effortless for me? When I do something, there are a few things which is easy for some person and some it's difficult for the other person. Doesn't mean that somebody is good or bad. It's just for me, dance was a little more difficult than public speaking.
Oh.
Fourth was, what has been the average feedback I have got anytime I have practiced this. So for dance, it has been good, but
Okay.
it has never been wow.
Okay.
Okay. For public speaking or for any videos I used to create about career and those things, the answer was always wow. Then it was clear. I decided to stop it. I said I'm going to focus on one thing for 2 years, and after 2 years, I'll reevaluate it, and maybe I'd like to change. In 2024 November, I went to a dance class. I recorded videos and all those things. That's when I did the introspection again, and I felt that the decision I took was right for me.
That's great. So generally, that's why I like this conversation, because we generally talk about a SWOT analysis or something to choose something
Correct.
if you are do or not. I think in this conversation we have bring a new framework.
Right.
What you told.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
This can be a new
yeah,
framework.
There's a new
Correct.
framework that we have brought in. You have actually told us ki you have to just do understand the 100 things. Then
Right.
you have to understand, are you able to do it for a 60 years? It's a
Right.
great framework you have told. I think that's how the things are getting there. So professionally, how you are training people or how you are working in that segment, how many people you are trained, or how this journey looks like?
Sure. My training journey,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yes.
Okay. So I started training when I was in college. That at that time I used to train faculty, students, and all these people for soft skills.
Okay.
Then, apart from the formal training, I have spent 6 years training the people from students, specifically students and kids from the underprivileged background.
Oh,
I have
that's-
trained a lot of them. Even during the COVID, I did crowdfunding. We got them tablets from that. Not iPad, tablet. Yeah, tablet is the right term, right? So tablet, and then I did skill analysis, counseling, and got them admissions in the good
Oh.
colleges. So that is apart from the formal training that I have given. So for my training sessions, I have trained more than 70,000 people in India and across 19 plus countries.
Yes.
So I started with training college students, then I moved to freshers, then I moved to training mid-career professionals, and I have also trained a lot of C-suite executives.
That's pretty awesome. Matlab, you have nearly trained us 70,000 people.
Yes.
What I heard, my team was doing research and they didn't. This number is a huge to train such people in a period that you are operating and a geography you are operating. That's pretty awesome. So, how this idea of your personal brand and the entrepreneurship has started, and what is exactly the product you are offering in a branding side you are doing on that?
Sure. So, if you see my career, it has been very non-linear. And I have always forced myself to fix into a box, that I'm a software engineer. I want to talk about this. Okay. Then I was like, no, I'm a trainer. I want to be a trainer only.
Okay.
But there are a lot different aspects of my life and career that I could not help but speak about it and work on that. This is how my brain works. Later, I realized that there are so many professionals who are creative, who are doing different things, and it is very common for people that who are, I think, who are talented, who are creative. A lot of people who are young right now,
Right.
because we have access to information, we have access to everything that we need. Then why stop us into to fit ourselves into a box?
Right.
Right. So that's how I see, and that is exactly why I started talking about SWA.